what you're saying. Nani? Get out my business, okay?
You don't want to know what's in the cup. It's not tea today. It's a bit stronger than that.
Hey, nothing wrong with
I
that.
had a long weekend with my siblings. So, welcome to Tea with Nafi. So, let's just get right to it because y'all was cutting up these past 7 days. Okay, so let's just start with Sha'carri Richardson because that was the talk of the town. So, the Prefontaine Olympic, well, not Olympics, what was it, a race? Just a Prefontaine?
Prefontaine Classic, yeah, it's just...
Classic, yeah. So, the Classic was this past weekend. And if you all watched the Olympics for 2020, you heard a lot about the Jamaican three, the girls that swept the Olympics, pretty much came first, second, and third. So that's gold, Heero, silver, bronze. Is that right? How come he's not talking?
I don't know.
But yeah, so they came in first, second, and third. So we were all anticipating this race. So mind you, if you guys don't know the backstory, Sha'carri Richardson was not able to perform. Sha'carri Richardson was not able to perform in the Olympics because she had used marijuana. And marijuana is not to be used on any Olympic athletes, so she was not able to race. And again, backstory, her mother passed away, so that was one of her reasonings as to why she indulged. However, Sha'carri Richardson had ran her 100-meter dash in 10:26, so 10 seconds, and 26, which made her the fastest female in the world. So yeah, the Prefontaine came, and there was 9 people running, 9 women. And what place do you think she came in, Eric?
I mean, if there's one after 9th, maybe that one.
Yes. Maybe like if I was the camera person, I would have probably just stopped after I saw 7 and 8 cross the line. Because she came in dead last. Meter dash in 11:11. From 10:26 to 11:11. So, and Jamaica, of course, swept again. Jamaica won. All 3 of them. First, second, third. Again. So shout out to Jamaica. I'm going to give credit where it's due. You know, them girls did their thing. They held it down. So shout out to them because they trained and they got everything they had coming to them. So congratulations to those 3. But yeah, so here's where I get upset. And I tried to explain to Heero, I feel like she needed to humble herself because she did a lot.
She's using the wrong word. That's why.
She did a lot, right? In my opinion, she did a lot. She did promo videos.
Which
was not her
Twitter.
She did a lot of Twitter fingers. She did a lot. And one thing that I do respect her for was that she gave a shout out to all women, not just Black women, but she said to all women that who are in track and field, and when they do win and they accomplish things. So I'm like, good. She's giving credit where it needs to go because you have to give credit to the trio from Jamaica because they definitely held it down for their country. So here's my problem. So now, we got those trolls, those Twitter trolls. And one of these Twitter people had the dreads of Lil Wayne, right? And put the winner of the 100-meter dash face in the center of his head, right? So he replaced her face with his. Or his face with hers. And Sha'carri Richardson liked that post. So, everybody saw that, right? So everybody get thirsty on Twitter like, oh, that's petty. Like, how's she going to do that? She's such a hypocrite. She was just out here telling these girls that, she loved all women and all these things. And now we got somebody degrading. It's almost like, it reminds me of almost like the Rutgers, the women's basketball team when they were getting talked about because how their hair looked. They looked like men. This was a long time ago. This was when I was in high school. But they came for them saying their appearance reminded them of men because they had nappy hair is what they want to call it. But that's what that reminded me of, the picture that I saw of her face. Like they literally put her face on Lil Wayne's dreads. And if y'all know what Lil Wayne's dreads look like, it's hideous. So I didn't appreciate her liking that post because that just took away everything that you said about all these women. That you just lost that credit. And I honestly think she needs somebody in PR because she does a lot of, like I said, Twitter fingers. She loves Twitter. Like, Twitter can be the death of you. Like, I think she should listen to what Allison Felix said today. She gave her some credit and said that she is going to be around for a long time. look up to people that's been around too. Like, I think she needs a mentor. I think she needs to be underneath a wing like Allison Felix, who can guide her, because I've never seen Allison.
That was Bay before Bay.
Like, yeah. So like, I'm disappointed. Not that she lost, because again, she did have a month off, and like what Heero was saying was like this was her off season. So I mean, I don't know how big the Prefontaine Classic is. I don't know how much weight that holds. I mean, I think the Olympics weighs more than that, but it was just disappointing because I feel like everybody, I mean, for me especially, I was anticipating this race and I thought she was gonna like show us what we didn't get to see in the Olympics, and it was just like we saw the opposite. So yeah. But Heero, go ahead. I know he wants to talk. He's so thirsty.
All I'm saying, and this, you just hear me out. All I'm saying is she doesn't need to humble herself. She is a hypocrite in that stance, but also she has a lot more in the chamber to come. My biggest beef with this whole thing, because I could care less what happens now, because it doesn't matter. Like, let's see what happens in 3 years when the next major race is the one race that we all will care about shows up. My biggest concern is that post that was made by a black person. And that's further, a lot of people are willing to say she liked the post without even bringing up mention of the original post maker, who was a black individual. And I feel like too often in our culture, I let you talk and I have this moment, please. Thank you. And too much in this moment, we as black people wait for an opportunity to attack black people. We wait, just like how Nafi waited till I took a pause to firmly attack me. That's what we do. So I want to see less of that. I want to see more of us being all for the people. You guys are also hypocrites if the first thing you do when she makes a mistake is to berate her and badger her without even realizing she wouldn't have had the ability to make that comment if the original post wasn't made by a black person. That's all I want to say.
That's you just gave an excuse for her. I don't want to hear that. That's an excuse. There's a cause and effect. There's a cause and an effect to everything. That's almost like saying, if you would have loved your son more, maybe he wouldn't have went up to a high school and shot it up. That's not. You can't control a person. Wow. A person's action. You can control yourself.
It just got real. The
only thing you can control is yourself and your action. You cannot control anybody else's action.
Now,
you can only control your own. So she took it upon herself to go on Twitter. She saw that it was a black person, like you saw, like it was a black person. But in her mind, her actions, she went ahead and liked that post. You can't control her actions, so don't try to cover it up. Not today.
When I went all the way to fucking the moon on that one. So
this is a fact, right? It's a fact.
Hey, I'm neither here or there. But you know, I know something. I do have this new feature in the chat. Let's see if I can get it to work. I'll be excited if this works. It's loading. I have a poll. You guys can decide who's right. So based on this poll, I'm about to start a poll. Boom! It just started. It showed up in the chat. You can use the exclamation marks. Eric, do you have an opinion on this? Because if you have an opinion on it, you can now vote on which one you agree with. So do you agree with Heero? Do you agree with E.T. as Eric? Do you agree with Sat? Do you agree with the booth boss, whoever the booth boss is, which is Keisha? Or do you agree? Say it with your chest. You feel me? Say it with your chest. That you can say it. So
I agree. This is rare. I know, Nafi. I don't even got no extra sauce to sprinkle on there. I think you said it as well as it could be said.
Coming from a black woman, Heero.
Yeah, fix your face, all right? Do you have any other tea that you want to give to us?
Who?
You're on the show.
Yeah, I have more tea. Yeah, I thought you were gonna wrap this up so I can tell you.
Okay, cool. So Eric, where can they find us?
Right here on Twitch, man. We are live every Tuesday at 6ish. You know what I mean? You can go down in the comment section. We got that link tree posted. Show you everywhere that we are. Make sure you hit that bell. Make sure you hit that heart. Make sure you hit that purple sub button, man. You know you don't want to watch commercials before you see this video.
Thanks, Eric. I'm really enjoying my no commercials. It's really
amazing. See what I'm saying? Listen, somebody gifted us the sub. It went to Nafi, and now she doesn't have any commercials.
Because y'all don't know, every time you leave the app on accident, you have to come back to a commercial.
Come back to the commercial. Inevitable. Get us paid, baby. Get us paid.
But it's so hard to find through the daily grind. We're working overtime, and I'm sleep deprived. Shorty on my line, and we fuzz was a fight. Seems like every night. Don't care who's wrong or right. I hope the end is sight. Slow it down and we can catch the vibes.